Welcome, Cloppers. How's it going today? So, is it me or 2024 has been crazy so far? So today, a new contender for the KurOlympics has joined the race. And it's a very tight race. We don't know who's gonna win. It's a close one. Yeah, you could say these contenders are clopping to the finish line. You guys think it's gonna get crazier? I don't think it can get any crazier than that. So let's recap. Rima, will you marry me? No, sorry, I'm too picky. But thank you for the super. Don't call me that. There's a lot of indies that are graduating soon. Yes, so since 2024, we've had the Mel graduation. We've had several agencies collapse and implode. We had that Spanish agency that actually had like sexual allegations, power abuse allegations, etc. I'm gonna do another stream about that. We had Agency F that also imploded. We have Vreverie now, and Vreverie has been struggling for a few months now. Yeah, you guys can be my wife though. January, yeah, we lost Pomu and Mel, then we lost Kyo. And then there's Wactor that's tried to rebrand and already has like abused this one VTuber that came out and called them out. I'd like to do also a stream for them. I have so much things to get through for this stream. I don't even know if we're gonna be able to finish the list before I have to go on Legal Mindset's list. There's a lot. I added a lot of talking points that I didn't like tweet about. I guess Ophi got out just in time. Oh yeah, so when the first talent graduated, I heard whispers that the company wasn't gonna last, but you know, who knows? Rima, would you go to the Kentucky Derby with? I promise not to not to joke you for anyone else. Good morning, guys. Good morning or evening, wherever you are in the world. It's very hard for the small companies to survive for some reason, and I also want to discuss this. Why do you guys think these corpo VTuber startups aren't working out? Because from the looks of it, Vreverie is going down because of financial reasons, but also a lot of neglect. And we're gonna go through every liver's reaction in this stream. And their reaction tells a lot about how they've been treated. This is not just like, I didn't get paid kind of situation. It's absolute neglect. Neglect, yeah. Please tell me what's gonna happen with the comfy fish lady. You're talking about the one that's staying. Or are you talking about the sushi girl? It's gonna get there. It's like slide, like... She's at the end of my Vreverie chapters, so... I got you, don't worry. You're gonna find out what happens. So, I mean, they're gonna leave soon. Probably all of them. Like, what's Reverie gonna do? They have no more talents. They have 2 talents only. They can get like, I don't know what the hell is their cut on whatever they get. It's like 40% of their AdSense money. But it can't be that much. Like, guys, I'm a YouTuber and I don't make that much money. Like, so if somebody takes like 20% of my money, that's not much. You can't run a company on that. Or even 40%. They're failing because they won't hire Rima. True. That is absolutely true. Face Connect played the long game of slowly gaining traction while losing a fuck ton of money, and finally recently Face Connect began to rise around 2023. Yeah, I am doing a video on Pippa. I'm definitely gonna get cancelled for it when it comes out, but I'd like to do a video on maybe Face Connect later on, because I do think they've had an interesting thing. How many VTubers did they have in their first gen? It was like, no, it was like, actually I know this answer. Gen 1 had like 5 or 6 VTubers. I remember because I had to read all of their names out, and some of them were really hard to pronounce, like really fucking hard. The Vreverie models are like really high quality too. I really liked their aesthetic. Every time I saw them on social media, they looked like very professional. But yeah. Yeah, maybe they should have just pulled a Nijisanji and stayed afloat. My guess is companies jumped into the bandwagon seeing the big numbers other corpos get, but they didn't realize how much hard work it took to get there. Yeah, I think there's also like a corpo bubble where corporations only want to get content creators that have large followings or that are like already established. But then when do you get to the part where the agency is worth it? Because yeah, the agency is worth it for the initial payout that you gotta do to enter in as a VTuber, like the debut, maybe the model. That's the biggest expense. But after that, if you're doing well, that model is gonna pay for itself in like a couple months, right? So what then, you know? And if you're getting sponsorships and somebody's grabbing like 50% of that sponsorship, you need to be getting sizable sponsorship. Like all of your numbers and all of the stuff that you're working for needs to be almost double, because there's like 2 pair of hands or 3 pair of hands that are grabbing into that pile of money. So your share gets smaller and smaller. So it's like the spendings and the resources they gotta give you needs to outweigh the money you're giving them, if that makes sense. I don't know if I've been there before, but I've been enjoying your content with this stuff. Your model's so beautiful. I love it so much. Oh my god, thank you so much. I'm so glad you liked it. I think with the Selene incident being so public and all the other companies playing Battle Royale for viewership, they don't know how to market and diversify their income. I agree, merch is very important for a company, but what happens when your talents aren't popular enough to have your merch outreach and, you know, get to a lot of people that will want to spend money on this merch? Just push the debut costs off on your talents. Problem solved. Yeah, true. KurOlympics. The agency needs to keep being able to provide something of value, promotion or support or environment. Example is like McGregor in the UFC. Yeah, I agree. So I think another way an agency can give value is by, I think the cybersecurity part of some agency can be really valuable, but then again, they need to have like that department set up because with VTubing and being a content creator in general, it can get dangerous sometimes. So it's nice to have somebody to rely on there, maybe some kind of tech support, because there's always like stupid tech problems. You could not change anything in your setup, log in the next day, and suddenly your audio is out of whack. But most of the time, I feel like what people really need lately, because there's been a lot of talk about VTuber managers, etc., are they worth it? I feel like what most VTubers actually need, besides a manager, is an assistant. Like right now, what I would need is not a manager, it's an assistant. Like somebody that helps you with the tasks while you're live, while you're working on your videos, etc. Managers is really for, they need to be able to like network for you, reach out for you. They need to open doors for you. So I think that's what a talent agency needs to have to be valuable too. It needs to be somebody that's connected in the industry that can get you stuff that you wouldn't be able to get on your own. It's kind of like the marketing agency that I'm with right now. There's some clients that they solely work through agencies, middlemen. So I would never be able to get in touch with those sponsors if I didn't have them as my agency. So stuff like that I think is valuable. Plus, you know, they only take a cut of whatever they bring you, so it's like win-win for both of us. If I have the same company, I'm no businessman, but what I'll do is just support them and make sure that they get to proper amount and somehow manage income again. I'm no businessman. Yeah. The VR and 3D model is really like the highest peak of resource you can put into a talent. That's why V4 Array is pretty cool as an agency, because they gave their talents that almost right off the bat. Face Connect managers fix the problems there, so all you need is hire the right people. You mean like people that are tech savvy and stuff? Yeah, I think to be a good manager, you just need to be savvy in general and have a little knowledge of everything, but especially anything that's, you know, technology related. Japan is worse. Japan corpos don't even look at indie content creators unless you are under like agency or you're so big. Really? But then they have to poach each other and probably break contracts. I wonder if breaking contract and paying that fee is worth it. But they do that with K-pop, so maybe. Pippa and most of the talents almost left if Fish didn't find the correct manager in time. Pippa said it was really bad for almost the first year. Did they have like bad managers to start? That must have been stressful. I'm glad they pulled through. Pouring, welcome to the member squad. Rima, where can I submit my husband application? Through super chat. All right, let's get started. So today Vreverie announced 3 graduations. Lilira, Rana, and Akiko. And they say, it is with much sadness and regret that we announce the graduation of 3 talents from Vreverie. Lilira Prisviel, Rana Lana, that's an L, right? And Akiko Sushi. So Lilria is gonna graduate on March 16, Rana on March 23rd, and Akiko Sushi on 24th. And the girls are all active on their PLs right now. The talents will be ceasing all streaming activities after their graduation dates. The content of their YouTube channels will remain up, though they will no longer be updated. Kindly note that all purchasable merchandise for Lilria, Rana, and Akiko will be closed after their respective graduation dates. Purchases completed before their graduation will still be processed. And then it's just the PR speak. Oh, it's Yana with an I. Okay, thank you. We all wonder what even happened. So a month before that, in January, we also got 2 other talents that were graduating. And then that's when people start, you know, seeing smoke. And when there's smoke, there's fire. And there was fire in this case. So Erika and Sherry Lupina had graduated in January 7 and 28th, respectively. And Ophelia also graduated in February of this year. So 3 graduation, there's basically 6 graduations in 2 months. I had a little like lag here because I needed to do math. Really simple math, Rima. It's not that hard. You can do it. 2 + 1 + 3. I hope Erica will return to us at some point in some form as someone who followed her since before she became Erica. Oh, that's so cool. I'm sure she'll come back eventually. You know, it's a lot to process for one day, especially if... I'm not sure what happened. Like, one of the girls didn't get notified before the announcement dropped. So maybe they were in talk with the company and they put their demands and then the company couldn't meet them, so they pulled out the graduation notice. But it's definitely a shock for the girls. Big brain maps. Speaking of black companies, I'm shocked Walker is around. They only have 2 talents left. Yeah, well, I think they're trying to rebuild and they're not active right now. I don't know how they're going, but these guys, they get venture capital, like investment. So they get other people to invest in the company and they're probably running on that money right now. And you can do like, usually even private investors and companies that are not public, you can do like a quick Google search and you'll find out who's investing with them. Sometimes you even find out how much they invested in them. Maybe that information is available online if you dig a little. Hey Rima, big fan. I will be rooting for you to win the pretty derby. Thank you. Another horse ref I see. Probably the first Vtuber corporate that is not Japanese. Actually, there's another really huge scandal that erupted as I was flying on vacation a few weeks ago with a Spanish Vtuber agency. And that one is a crazy, crazy story. I'll have to do a tweet on it. Not a tweet, sorry, a stream on it. I want to talk about it. You know, the Vtuber Spanish community is huge. Like, I always said so, that the Spanish community really, and Latino community, they really support content creators a lot. They're also big fans of anime. So some of those streamers were big. Metataro with the gifted. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, there was a huge scandal. Yeah. So okay, so as of now, all of the members of Vreverie are gone except Nova, Okami, and Salmon Lordet. So Salmon is the comfy fish girl you were probably mentioning earlier. And the thing is that's super weird is that Vreverie is supposed to get a new gen, like Gen 3. They've already announced it. So what's going on with that generation? What's gonna happen? Yeah, I feel like that's what I'm saying. Every Spanish language streaming community is huge. I'm surprised there's not been more VTuber corporations that have catered to these audiences, because they definitely should. I know Idol Corp has talked about doing it, and I think it's a great business move. The other country, I guess, I don't understand why there's not VTuber audiences catered for them, is like the Philippines. I have a huge Philippine audience. I think every VTuber commentator that I've asked has a huge Philippine audience, and they're also huge anime fans, and they speak English, I think. That's what I've been told. Correct me if I'm wrong, that's what I've been told. I don't know if these Reverie talents have already been selected and are like preparing to debut, or I don't know how far into the audition process they are. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, I'll be joining Legal Mindset in an hour and a half. Portuguese is huge also. Interesting. Yeah, I think they're pretty fun too. So yeah, I told you guys that they didn't notify one of the girls already. So the people on Twitter really aren't taking it well. There's like, how dare you announce Aki's grad before she could? You deserve nothing. Lorelai Locke, who just also was in an agency and departed because the agency kind of imploded, is saying you should be ashamed of yourself as a company. Absolutely disgraceful. And people are calling Vreverie a black company because of the tweets that I'm going to show you after this slide. Also, a ton of Filipino VTubers out there. I know 4 off the top of my head. Oh yeah, that is absolutely true. There's tons and tons of them. Yeah, like Pomu. And Millie. And Nuzaki. There we go. So I'm going to show some of the PLs here because if you just take a look at them, they're just so happy to get new followers, and they definitely want their audience to follow them there. So I think we should go support them, right, in their reincarnation life, so they don't totally get screwed by the company, because everything they've built in the past 2 years, they've been with this company for the past 2 years. Imagine you get up every single day. I don't know. I read something in chat, guys. I don't know if Pomu is Filipino. I read a comment. I didn't make my research on that. Clap the like button, guys. Thank you, Geminex. I think I made the chat really confused. All right, well, listen, I don't know about Pomu. I only know about Millie. You guys figure it out between you guys, you know? All right, Pomu isn't Filipino. Settled. Yeah, I got gaslighted. Alright, so this is Hotaru, and she's on her PL and stating, after voicing my concerns and it getting brushed off, I was able to let it go and just move forward. Then everything I worked hard for a year was buried like it was nothing. Oh wait, it was 1 year, not 2 years. My bad, my bad. It pains me to know other people were hurt by them, but it's all catching up to those bastards now. Welcome to the one guy meta. Wait, did I get one guy? No. I'm one of those now. So Nova hasn't graduated yet, so I'm gonna hide her PL. But so she's not graduated yet. There's speculations that she has some sponsorships going with the Pokemon card game TCG, and she doesn't want to break that yet. So she's probably gonna stay until it runs out, or I don't know, until she can move out with it. I really like her model, by the way. And fun fact, I also used to play Pokemon TCG. I played only one deck, like the Blissey deck. I don't know if anybody's played it. It's a pretty relaxed game. Like, I just played on my phone, you know, been chilling. How does it feel to have more CCV than Niji-en? Well, that's kind of a low bar to beat. Hotaru never even got to meet the Gen 1 talents because they put her on hiatus before she even got the chance. Wait, really? Happy Pokemon Day. The card Witchcraft? No, Are you talking about Magic? No, I only played Pokemon game. I tried to get into Yu-Gi-Oh! And there was too much text. There was too much text on each card. I'm like, if I want to read a book, I'll just read a book. Anyways, so the way these girls are talking about the management is really alarming. Nova is basically has been deactivating and reactivating her account, and in this tweet she's explaining her followers so they don't get alarmed that the people from her job found out that she had this account, and she was scared for hers and the people around her safety. Things seem to have cooled down, but I'm just trying to play it safe. Like, what does that mean? Isn't that like sus? That makes it sound like your job is the mafia or something. What do you mean you're fearing for your safety and the ones close to you? Are they black I don't know. That's why people are calling them black company when there's allegations like that come out. By the way, Nova unblocked her PL recently and started posting there. Thank you. Thanks for the heads up. Do you like apples? I do like apples, but I want to say no so you guys don't do the horse strokes. It means she negotiated and decided to take it down, likely an excuse Corporal made them give. I feel like Corporal probably pressured her to take it down, right? And this is Ophelia Midnight. So Ophelia's... yeah, she graduated 2 weeks ago. It was an emotional stream. I tuned in, there was like crying and stuff. That's the stream where mods pulled the Doki Bird mod thing and they like all revolted, which is, it's kind of cool. No, I like that the people are feeling very confident lately, but I like it. I like it. It's kind of like a revolution, you know? We're taking the power back from the suits. Yeah, Face Connect is definitely behind all of this because he's building a coffee empire on all the girls singing Last a Cup of Coffee. I agree with that. So, like, as you can see, she's super happy that people are, you know, giving attention to her PL. She's like, we hit 10K, etc. So go follow them, guys. Go support them on their new account. They're gonna need it. I think what happened with Doki Bird should not be a one-time thing. I think, like, everybody that's going through something similar than her, we should support as much. And I feel like, obviously, there's a lot of people that are going to support Doki Bird because it was, like, a big hype thing to do. And that's fine because it ended up into a positive, like a net positive. But I also think we should keep the momentum going and support, like, this should become a trend, you know what I mean? And that's also another reason why I think PLs need to become less taboo. By keeping everything hush hush, the only person we're really protecting is the corporations. Unless a talent doesn't want you to find their PL for privacy issues or because they have personal information on it, but obviously the PLs that we're showing today has no personal information at all. It's just like another VTuber account that they have. Sayu did not get as much attention as Doki. Sadly, she was treated much more like some kind of pariah even. which is really sad. But now I feel like things are turning around for her a little bit, so that's good. I'm really happy about that. Corporations are people too? No, they're not. That's the thing though. Corporations have their own identity, like in the law. So they can go bankrupt, and then the guy that founded the agency doesn't have to give away any of his money. They're just like, okay, shut down the agency. Like, it's a completely separate entity from a human being. Since kitsunes can shapeshift, will your next model be able to change ears, like a toggle to change them into horse? Or maybe bunny ears. I feel like you added the maybe bunny ears there to be polite. Just say you want to toggle for horse ears. I was thinking I'll have like a scuffed horse head or something. I don't know about the toggle though, for the ears. If you think about it, taboo is kind of a corporate invention anyway. It only exists because many agency VTubers simply aren't allowed to talk about their PL due to NDA. Exactly. That's why like Vreverie Collapses is always like, I don't care if you... I can't mention it, but I can't mention my other job. But you guys can. Rima, I need your ears to stay at the exact same distance. Why? So Ophelia is like really voicing her disdain for the corporation. It's kind of based, honestly. She's like, while I'm like also having a big old laugh at how embarrassing and what a joke that whole thing is, I'm really sad that I believed in all at one point. All I wanted was to make people happy and try to reach new heights as a creator. I value professionalism so much, and it's amazing to me in the worst possible way that no one was ever given the same. I want all of us to just be safe and do what we love. I hope that once the fire burns out that we can all move on despite the burns and mental scarring. Mental scarring, guys. What happened there? And maybe we can all heal in our own time. It's validating, partly for people to finally see how ignored and neglected things and people were. But there's never gonna be a way forever that to be fully shared. It sucks, but even for a little bit, I feel validated. And this is her reaction, like, what a joke, when the graduation news came out. And I know I have nothing to apologize for, but I do feel bad to an extent. And I'm sorry to the fans that are affected by this monstrosity. Please know that the talents really do love you, and we've only wanted to give you the best of us. I mean, you don't stay for a year in an agency like this if you don't want the best for your fans. And then they're like, the other tweets are like them being liberated, which is also something that we've noticed with the Doki Birds tweets. It's like a thirsty man that finally gets to drink water. And everything is so refreshing and it tastes so good, you know? So she says, I found out today my manager plays League. On a genuine level, I am so glad to have a manager who cares about me. I feel genuinely supported and assisted in my endeavors. I lost a lot of confidence from being in my previous workplace, and he's always encouraging me to build me back up. I'll always be grateful. By the way, a few weeks ago, before the Niji drama, I got Callie's and Kyo's PL in my YouTube feed completely unprompted. I was like, oh, nice. Yeah, that's another thing. So the algorithm, whether it be Twitter algorithm or even YouTube algorithm, will like dox the talent. Well, it's not doxing it really, but you guys know what I mean. Completely unprompted. It just puts them side by side. You're just like, okay. Sometimes I get like a random tweet that pops up from an account I don't know. And I'm like, I wonder whose PL is this? I think one of the problems is VTubing is still a relatively new thing, so corpos just take advantage of that since people don't know what exactly to expect of management in that field. Absolutely. So the fact that Hololive and Nijisanji got to snatch up on the whole IP thing was huge for them. I read an interview with one of the CEOs, I think it was Nijisanji's, and they did mention that to their like shareholder meetings. That it was a huge gain for them, that they get a large margin off of the IP. So yeah. So now they set the standards for this, so even the smaller agency are gonna go for that standard. We actually just need more VShoujos, and I think the idea of adopting a VTuber could also work. Like what Face Connect has with Invaders, I think that's a fabulous idea. So this is Liria, and she's going back on her PL. She's going to be streaming with her sister as a duo, kind of like Fuamoko. So I think it's pretty cool. We need more VTuber duos. And she says that, I just hope Rima and I can achieve our dreams together despite everything that's just happened. Thank you for loving us, routineers. See, they have like real audience names. They're not just... They don't want to just be called like Cloppers or some dumb shit like you guys do. The bronies. Meteor provides a huge spotlight. If you don't have that, you can't justify abuse margins like that. That is very true. Nijisanji gives you a platform, basically. But then they pump out so many talent that you don't get as big of a platform as you thought you would. Rumi and I are package deal. We're taking step forwards together to achieve our dreams together by starting these new chapters in our life. Even if you're used to me streaming solo, I hope you'll come to love us both as a unit. We love you so much. After all, Ruru. This was her letter to her fans. She has like really good calligraphy. Do you guys think this is handwritten? Or is this like a font? Because it's like perfect looking. I can't wait till I start selling like those signed merch or like those cute handwritten notes, and you guys are gonna see how dog shit my calligraphy is because I haven't like used a pen and paper in I don't know how many years. Don't make hoof jokes, please. That's a font? Okay. Thank God. I was starting to feel insecure. Okay, thank God. Okay. Thank you guys. I feel much better now. I don't have to live up to those expectations. I could never write that neatly. Sometimes I write, I'm so rushed, you know when you take notes in college? Sometimes I just write like half the word and I just do a bar at the end. You have to guess the end of the word. Who's got in the way? I am sorry, this is not a font. Which one is it? I'm being gaslit. No, the letters are different. Shit, okay, this has turned into a font analysis stream. What are we, like detectives? Wait, you're right. The double L here is smaller than this one. And this one. Let's compare another letter. O. Oh, okay. Wait, the O's are different. Yeah, no, it's a calligraphy. Oh my God, she writes so pretty. Okay. Yeah, we could look at the apostrophes. I've been seeing a lot of tweets where like internet detectives are checking the different capitals to make sentences. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I went full schizo there. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Whew. I'm back. This is post lobotomy Rima. Back to the stream. Let's go. So Cherry Lupina, she was like a very popular member of Gen 2, I think. Let me check. Yeah, she was the most popular member of Gen 2 Odyssey, and she left at the same time as was it of Erika. Yeah. She's been one of the most vocal ones too about the company. Hello, thank you for the super. It's cursive, aka handwritten. Yeah. I just got skill gapped live on stream. Cherry grew up the corp and she already had like she's a very good artist. She's a very good Life 2D model rigger. And she was like already pretty established. She's got like a big PL account. Improvement, thank you for the super. She is definitely a kitsune, not a kumeho. She would eat chat for all the horse strokes. So no more horse strokes. Cherry Lupina says, I'm glad people are seeing some of the shit we went through. I wish there was a way to share how bad it was. I was a professional for so long. I stayed as silent as I could and said only a shred of what happened since I was early out and so many people were stuck. I'm frankly embarrassed. I'm embarrassed that my name is associated to something so disgusting and vile and abusive. But more so, I'm embarrassed for them. What the fuck is wrong with you? The bare minimum. Anonymous man, thank you for the super. I'm sure your hoof riding will be great, Rima. Well, thank you for the support. Did someone graduate? Oh yeah, 3 people graduated. This company is just collapsing on its own. I only saw your super go off, so you're good. Should I turn off the YouTube notifications? They're kind of... Or do you guys like them, by the way? And she also tweets a lot more about the company. Not to be cringe and kind to people without payment, but it's so nice to have Gucci as my manager, man. He's so cool. I've never had a manager even bother to watch my content in the past, let alone care about me, work with me in ways that suits my workflow and methods best and actually care about my success. Gucci also doesn't lie to me and gaslight me and then ghost me for weeks, so that's hype too. What the fuck? What kind of management do they have? Did they also have a management, one manager for the whole branch or something? Aki said in one of her streams that she only made like $200 in over a year. I know content creation is hard, but that is like super low. That is super, super low. How can you make only $200 in a year? Last Order Films, thank you for the super. You can see poor Rima dying slowly, little by little, with every horse stroke. On an unrelated note, go Mare Mommy. Alright, fuck off. Like, I want to say thank you, and then you guys do a horse stroke, and I don't want to react to those, because that's just gonna encourage you guys to do them more. How can you possibly make only $200 though? Is it minus the expenses? Like, is it just... Like, I'm shook. Yeah, I guess so. If you make $200 for over a year and there's allegations that you're, like, neglecting your talents, that's pretty black company territory. And this is... the 2 talents going back and forth saying how dogshit the company is, basically. Gucci also doesn't lie to me and gaslight me and then ghost me for weeks, so that's hype too. And then Umi replies, real. It's unreal how often I get so happy and thrilled. I feel just from like the basic things. Like the first time my manager told me good work today, I almost cried. This feels like an abuse survivor. Something an abuse survivor would say. I'm sorry. Bree responds when the bar is in the depths of hell. And then she responds even lower, honestly. Jeez. Who are you hiring to take care of your talents? That's like the first person they see. That's like the first person they're in contact with. They need to be somebody supporting and positive. And not shady. I hope people know I didn't come crawling back from graduation as I saw one person say. Oh, she's getting one guide. This wasn't a hiatus, this was a graduation. But then I went through the worst possible fucking months of my life and I got even more trust issues than seemingly possible, so I came back. I think it's good she cleared it out, even though it was only one guy complaining. Like, so basically, what happened, or what she's explaining, is that after her graduation, I think she said she would stop VTuber activities, but then she calmed down. She was going through some of the worst months of her life, she said. Charlie's per is management beating them like what? I don't know what is going on, Charlie. Like, it's this seems messed up. She adds, I think graduation is serious. I would never play with people's emotion like that and say graduation if I had any inkling of a plan to come back. I mean, hell, I deleted literally all my models and all my assets from my PC. I had nothing left. Wow. She actually deleted everything. I wasn't sure if I should post it on main about us talking, but figured just keeping it to the tweet was best so more people wouldn't see it, lol. Anyways. Oh, she talked to that person that that criticized her. Got it. At least that's settled. How was her CCV and donations? That's... Were we talking about this? You guys are still stuck on the $200. You're talking about the sushi girl? We can check that later. I never caught one of her streams, so I don't know. This is Rana Iana. This is an I, not an L. To clarify, since this got more attention, we know why people leave. Life changes, people changes, circumstance change. That said, having regulars of your community just leave everything, of course you're going to worry. It's important to reflect on yourself, be aware, but not dwell on it. Oh, wait. This is unrelated. She's talking about viewers leaving. Oh, okay, this was the tweet. This is most definitely not my first time moving on from what I had thought was my dream job, but I'll promise I'll continue to work hard. For new people coming in, I do interactive RP streams, yell at my chat, sing ASMR, and play a lot of roguelikes, Metroidvanias, and really just variety. See, she also yells at her chat. We have something in common. Katsuryugi, thank you so much for the super. They really made the VTubers work like a horse. Because you put the uwu face at the end. That's okay. And there's Erika Biyako who graduated, but she has not been active on her PL. So since she's not active, I'm not gonna post it. She's very soon. Ah, I was gonna say Tsundere again. She's very tsundere. I see. I also like tsundere. This is Akiko Sushi. And she's stating that, okay, oh yeah, so she's the girl who didn't get a chance to announce her graduation to her audience before the agency announced it for her. Pretty sure she's active on another account. Oh, okay, damn. Well, I'm sorry if I missed her, but yeah, if she wants people to find her, I'm sure you guys will find a way. So you guys are degens. So basically Vreverie came out with the like announcement for the 3 VTubers. And then she tweeted, oh, seems like let's have a chatting stream tonight then. She was just like kind of caught off guard. And then she tweeted, now I got blamed, lol. I couldn't believe how things got worse when it's already so bad. And she went live with her announcement stream. I remember Sherry got max membership gifted to the point when someone joined her stream, they instantly got member gift because YouTube ran out of her subs to give the member. This happened on multiple streams. Okay. Well, Sherry probably made more, right? There's no way you make so little. There's no way Sherry made $200 for the whole year. That's crazy. So, you know, the girls, they're not gone yet. They're staying until March. But most of them have been already streaming on their PLs. So if I remember properly, Sherry streamed under her new, well, her old identity the same day as her graduation. And then Ophelia, Rana, Liria, and Akiko were streaming on their PLs even before the graduation announcement. So they're definitely like so over it, so ready to start somewhere else. And it's interesting to see this agency imploding because they looked like they were doing well. Like Ophelia actually, they had collabs with also huge corporation VTubers. Ophelia collabed with Kiara from Hololive. Nova collabed with some Nijisanji talents, like whatever that's worth. And yeah. And then in the space of 3 months, only 3 months, they're just imploding. Oh, Ophelia is live right now? Oh, no way. A lot of people don't realize they can claim all of their VTuber content stuff as business expense. They don't? Okay, well, I don't know. I've been a freelancer all my life, so... yeah, you can claim your rent. You can claim like a portion of your rent. You can claim a lot of stuff. Ophelia also collabed with Alex. Nova is also Faye's friend. Oh, okay. Well, who knows? Maybe FaZe will pick them up. I think Cherry was streaming before her actual graduation. Ooh. The funny thing was that Ophelia collabed with Bree before Cherry's graduation, so she collabed with her PL. Okay, that just says a lot. And there's Salmon Lordette. So she's one of the 2 remaining members, along with the other girl that plays, you know, TCG, like I told you guys about. But we don't know what's gonna happen with them. Will Vreverie carry on with these 2 talents, plus the new gen that's coming? Maybe they're hoping for a Hail Mary. Nobody knows. Depends on your tax laws for the expenses. Yeah, maybe. I don't know how other places work. No, big agencies definitely don't help down with their tax. It's like, you figure it out. Do supas count as a business expense? I'll make them count. I think you probably do have to declare them. Or like the government will be like, what is this money that you're getting, you know? But I don't have that problem because I haven't done my taxes in 3 years. Fuck that. Taxes are too complicated, man. Just take me to jail. I don't care anymore. Salmon has a new account. She is preparing to leave too. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Lorelai. Okay, that's great. Good for her. Maybe she needs to like revive her PL and get some people, you know, point some attention to it before she feels like she can make the switch. Do we even know what spurred the 3 sudden graduation? I have no idea. Like, I don't know if the graduation slots for January and February were already taken. I don't know. Tax evasion, let's go. No. Don't worry, guys. Tax season is starting soon, and I'm gonna do all of my taxes for all the years once and for all. I am done being disorganized. I'm gonna hire somebody to do it for me. I'm just gonna give them like a garbage bag full of receipts and tell them to figure it out. Jürgen, thank you for a super. Maybe if I register as a professional simp, I can write off super chats. Maybe. Thank you for the super. Goleog, welcome to the membership squad. Oh yeah, so now we're in the Nijisanji chapter of the stream, and you also got the community noted. I'm sure you guys have seen that tweet where he is blaming dramatubers. This is the whole thread. So he tweeted something in like positive in regards of artists. This one guy tried to bait him into replying like clearly that guy's a hater. He said, good thing no one gets bullied in Nijisanji en. Okay, pretty shitty thing to do to reply that under a talent's tweet. But he really took the bait. He said, did you form that opinion from your favorite dramatuber? You doing this is harassment. Leave my community alone and spend time doing things you love instead of spreading trash. And then this tweet got community noted with people saying, claims of bullying stem from Nijisanji themselves. The termination notice for Selen says that she claimed she was unable to work due to many reasons, including harassment by other livers. She herself stated only after said notice that there was bullying from within. So, it ratioed, I guess. There's one thing that Elon Musk did right when he took over Twitter, and it's the community note, because they're hilarious. Sam, thank you for the 20. Thank God I can super now that I know it won't go to the Canadian government. Good. Yeah, he got a little cooked there. And okay, so this prompted a lot of different response from both sides of the community, and we're gonna go through some of the spiciest reactions. This one user said the dramatuber and then post, you know, Nijisanji's tweet. Pretty funny. Thought I'd include that. There's May, who is inhaling the strongest copium, the strongest Niji Kool-Aid you could find on the market. I see this person 1v9ing in the trenches on Twitter every single day, unprompted. It just pops on my timeline for some reason. And they're saying, what the fuck is this community note? This is unnecessarily as hell. Doki fans are a different level of jobless. Why, by the way, are they putting a 0 instead of O here? Is it so like you can't search Doki and find their tweet? I don't get people who type like that. Claims of bullying stem from Nijisanji themselves. That's not what they said. They said they were being accused of bullying. Y'all got 0 proof of it, otherwise rate as unhelpful. The thing is, they did say that they did say they had claims of bullying, and Nijisanji denied them. The thing, May, is that Doki Bird said she was being harassed and bullied in another tweet, and people chose to believe Doki over the company. So companies are never ever going to admit that there was harassment within their ranks. It's just, that's unheard of from a corporation. That's just not something you do. The way that Emma fandom moves is so damn weird. They all rally in community notes to post the most biased shit, and for what? Not to mention it's wrong too. And then they post, you know, that quote from the Niji thing. One day of peace without idiots attacking Niji is apparently impossible now. No, it is possible. It's really possible. All you gotta do is take your phone and then press on X and then uninstall it. That's all you gotta do. Or just leave the app and leave the app, and it is in the realm of possible. Exactly, you gotta deny, otherwise you have a lawsuit on your hands. This is just, there's corporate speak, and I can't believe people are falling for it. I'm wondering if it's just like a lack of information, a lack of education, a lack of oxygen because you're inhaling too much opium. It literally says it right there that she claims to be harassed, etc. This is not an admission of guilt. Are y'all's reading comprehension is poor? Yes, I can't read. This other user says, a quick response to the community note. Y'all said not to trust the company when the company was the only one to say it was a liver bullying. She didn't say shit about it being a liver. Bullying from within applies to management too. Also, didn't she say move on 3 times? I mean, I'll admit, like, that the guy who replied to Wilson's tweet, isn't moving on, so that was kind of a negative thing to do, but the rest of it was kind of unprompted. And the whole, did you form that opinion from your favorite drama tuber? It doesn't make you look good. Drama tubers aren't the reason why your company's imploding. And it's crazy that you think that. If I was Nijisanji, I'd be pissed at management. I'd be like, what are you doing, you incompetent? People refuse to see what's in front of them since they are so invested emotionally. Yes, that could be true for sure. Clocks with the super. By the way, one more thing about Vreverie. If can, yeah, of course you guys can. We can go back to Vreverie at any time if you guys have things to add. Salmon technically had no PL. Salmon was her indie persona. Since she made a new account, it seems Vreverie took it from her. Oh, so they took her IP? Oh, she sold her IP. Do you know if she had that model joining in? It looks like she has a really expensive model. I really like her design. Doki has been trying to move on, and that's the other thing I wanted to bring up today. I've been seeing a lot of tweets, I forgot to include it in this slide, of people saying Doki needs to make another statement, Doki needs to tell people to move on. Bro, it's not her job. If Nijisanji keeps putting things into light, keeps sparking the conversation again, why is it her burden? Master Hand, thank you for the super. Drama is what gets me out of bed in the morning. I mean, we do check social media like right as we wake up. Drama makes the world go around, I guess. Yeah, she doesn't work for them. Nijisanji's, may I remind you, are the one who talked about the harassment first. They didn't even have to mention it. So it is not Doki's responsibility to patch those holes for them now. And I think like she needs to do the thing that's healthy for her mentally and move on, have fun, do collabs, and push this as far as possible from her mind like it was just a bad dream. Tinkerlin, thank you for the super. It's the difference between someone claiming they were bullied and someone out of nowhere running up to you and saying, she said I bullied her, but I didn't. That's just suspicious. Yeah, it is. They try to beat her to it for some reason. Sean, thank you for the 5. Imagine being told you are responsible for coming to the defense of the company that terminated you and further character assassinated you. True! True! What do you want from her? Not everybody is motherfucking Teresa. It's okay, like... She's already a very kind and charitable person, but charity has its limit. You don't want to help somebody who screwed you over multiple times and has shown really bad faith. They went live on stream trying to slander her, tried to tarnish her reputation. They try to character assassinate her and paint her as this person who had a repeated pattern of behavior. That was just weird. Oh, hey, we got a kill raid. What the hell? Jesus, is it the Kiyomis? Is it the... I'm not gonna say it. You guys didn't end up selecting Kionesticles, right? How was the stream, guys? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We're just entering our Nijisanji segment, and we were going over the community's reaction to the community. Like, Wilson tweet got community noted. You guys probably already heard about it. Oh, the Kiosticles. Yeah. That's the one you guys picked. Good. The Cloppers and the Kiosticles are... I'm sure you guys will fit right in. It's just the perfect duo, you know? The Kiosticles have landed. That's gonna fit right with our chant. Don't listen to Kios, we are Kiosticles. Anything special with legal coming up? Oh yeah, so I will be on Legal Mindset stream in about an hour, and we're gonna go over the Zion Lenza termination. And I'm very intrigued in what he has to add, because this is actually a termination that I've covered in depth. Like, I've covered that in multiple videos, actually. Like, one of the first videos on my channel when I did the switch to VTuber content was this particular event. I'm gonna have to refresh my memory a little bit, though. The Kiosticles have swung into the stream. We're gonna have to bring back Flap Flap Flap. So yeah, so Wilson got community noted. People are mad, people are happy. We're going over the reaction. This username Mitty says a community note about when nothing here is... What is that trophy supposed to mean, guys? I don't understand, like, this emoji talk. When nothing here is in mention of her, y'all didn't realize this was about your side harassing Niji fan artist. Gotta self-insert her into everything, huh? Community notes are supposed to fight misinformation, not spread it. But I guess y'all don't care. Make him collab with Barrett 4chan? Yeah, I'm gonna refresh my recollections. Yes. Oh, I convinced Parrot to do a drinking collab with me and Nuzagi, by the way. Oh, they're talking about Selene, yeah, because of her tweet. Got it. My brain doesn't make those connections, guys. It's gotta be written in white font on black background for me, or I don't get it. I'm a simple person with a simple brain. And then this person is saying, reminder that girl almost ended her life twice working at Nijisanji. Reminder that Nijisanji itself confirmed the bullying. We said that. We called it. Remember that they try to downplay it, saying she has BPD. That they did. Not Nijisanji, but the fandom. And in other news, some Nijisanji livers are breaking silence after an extended break. So Elira is tweeting Pokemons, and some people are saying that she's pretending that it didn't happen. I mean, to her defense, I don't know what she could say. Like, there's nothing you can say here that's gonna be appropriate, I think. So I guess Elira is not graduating like a lot of you speculated. Seems like she's gonna be there for a bit. Or she is at least starting to lay the groundwork into coming back into content creation. Philip, thank you for the 5. Paul, Cloppers, Naysayers, Right-Wing Hussers, and Rima Derby. We are not naming ourselves any of those names. And Vox Akuma also retweeted something about like a creator summit with an Overwatch collab. Stacking with Salty Fish, Vox Akuma, Muma, and Evil Toaster. So I think they're really just slowly coming back, and we're probably gonna see them reappear soon. They probably think things are coming down enough for them to like show their face again. And the internet has this is the TikTok effect, guys. The internet has a pretty short memory, so I'm pretty sure they will be able to come back soon. If Elira got fired, it would basically mean Niji admitted she was the bully. Yeah, or people would... I mean, it would be like they're firing her after they convinced her to do the black box stream, which would also look awful on them. And I don't know if she could potentially even like sue them for that, because it's like I was advised, she could say she was advised improperly, and that stream made her lose 100,000 followers, and then the company just fired her. I'm pretty sure you can't do that. I just hope there's no more casualties after this. We don't need to happen. I agree. So Nijisanji is having a virtual Rhapsody in Singapore along some other companies, some sponsors. I think some people in my Discord were looking at them and they couldn't find much about these companies, which was a little weird. And these are the price of the tickets. So for an offline premium ticket, it's almost $200. And for the offline ticket Act 1, it's 148, and for just the streamed sessions, $48. So these tickets are much higher priced than the regular VTuber concert, and people have been criticizing them for that. Basically, some of them are costing upward to $140 USD. Meanwhile, the Hololive 5th festival, the highest ticket price equaled $65 US. So it's like quite the jump. It's more than double the price. Charlie Spur, thank you for the super. Also a ton of Filipino VTubers out there. I know 4 off the top of my head. Wait, did I already read that? It just popped up again. Thank you for the 5. Yeah, tons of Filipino VTubers out there. It's a 90-second meet and greet? Wait, which one is a 90-second meet and greet? What do you mean? The yacht must be paid. That's true. The yacht. God, people keep memeing me because I say yacht. We have to assume Niji concert is 2D? Oh, definitely. It's definitely 2D. So what, it's just gonna be a screen? going to the theaters for $140K, $188. Is that Selene? No, it's Alira. It's Selene's sister, so she kind of looks like her. This is Finana, Enna, Millie, Shu. Oh, wait, the two blonde guys look exactly the same. This is Luca. This is Wilson, and I don't remember the purple hair guy. I have a blank. I'm blanking. It's the guy with the white jokes. Why can't I remember his name? Oh, Sony, not Wilson. Bro. The blonde guys, they all look this. I don't know. I don't really watch them that much, okay? I don't really watch male VTubers, even though, like, I'm a woman. I watch other women more. So what? This is Uki. Purple haired guy is Uki. And then this is the cop guy, right? On all the way to the right, this is Sony. And this is Luca. Don't worry about their names, they're negligible. Oh yeah, we're winning here. Sony Briscoe. Yeah. Yeah, he's the one with when he debuted as a cop, he got some backlash for it because the Nijisanji fandom was like offended that he was a cop and stuff. Zulfrid says, also the hat is a VTuber too, probably the most loved of the lineup. The hat? Oh yeah, the hat, Millie's hat. Yeah, it's got a mind of its own. Yeah, Luca's the British mafia guy that had this like crazy ex mod come out and try to you know, spill some tea on him. He's the one that he's the one that had his mod build his Minecraft server for him and pretend it was him. The funniest part about that like tweet thread that she made about him, I don't know if it's true or not, take everything with a grain of salt, obviously, was that she said in that tweet that she would gather the mats for him and put them in a chest so he could pretend that he gathered them off stream. Like, why pretend she gathered them off stream? Just tell your viewers, fuck, I didn't have time to stream. Like, I don't have time to just play Minecraft 20 hours a day when I'm not streaming. I feel like they'd understand, no? Oh, they're both Australians? Australians are cool though, they're usually pretty cool. So, Bao, I don't know what's going on with Bao. I feel bad for her. She's got like the worst luck. So first of all, I kind of had my alarm bells perk up when I saw this tweet. So this was a reply. Do you guys, I don't know if you guys seen this thread go on Twitter a couple weeks ago. It was about managers scamming their artists or their talent, and Bao replied to that tweet saying, "Welcome to the never getting a VTuber manager ever again squad." And I was like, what's going on with Bao? What do you mean? I thought she had a manager because she left Twitter not long ago because she was getting harassed because she made a song. She made a song in her language, or her like origin language. I don't remember which nationality she is. Is she Filipino too? And she said that that language was like hard for her to speak, so she made a joke saying like, oh my god, it's so hard, it was so hard doing that song, never doing it again, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing very largely because I'm like trying to recollect this. And like the fan base went crazy on her. They were like, well, I can't believe you're being so insulting towards your ethnicity. I can't believe you're saying that. You shouldn't have sung that song then if it was so hard for you to sing it. And so she left Twitter, and she had her manager handle all of her Twitter communications for a while. So it was surprising to me when I saw this tweet saying that she's never getting a manager again. And she tweeted not long after with, I would like to stop being taken advantage of. Jordan Brown, thank you for the 20. At this point, the only way for Niji to regain any trust from the EN speaking world is to post a third party's investigation finding publicly. Name and shame these scum suckers, make them more radioactive than the Red Forest. Would people be sacrificed with would people be satisfied with a sacrifice? Kirsha was talking about this company Bao went with Copium earlier today. She almost signed a merge deal with them too, but they wanted a 4,000 startup fee, so she didn't. Ooh. Yikes. She's Vietnamese. Okay, thank you. There's a lot of delay in the chat on YouTube. I thought there'd be less delay. So I scrolled down when I saw these two tweets, and I saw that she made a notice saying, I'm no longer working with Copium merch. And then I found out, I did some research, and I found out that her manager was also the owner of Copium merch. Niji has negative trust, but negative trust score. So it isn't about satisfaction, but trying to reach neutrality. Yes. Yeah, I mean, they have 0 trust score. I don't know if it's even worth it for them to graduate more members, because these guys will also get harassed to oblivion. Yeah, so back to Bao. Her manager was the owner of that merch. She got into a business deal with them, and they kind of dropped the ball on everything. In this tweet that I found from February, they're having some issues with the orders. And she says that she's no longer working with Copium merch. It's effectively her last drop with the company, and if you're current waiting on an order from the Spring Bao drop or any previous drop, these are being fulfilled ASAP. And they're being fulfilled by another company called Vt Ramen, which is like ramens with some vitamins or some shit. I know because I contacted them a while ago for a sponsor, but unfortunately, Smoj, they didn't reply. I was too small back then. But they're a pretty cool company. They do cool stuff. So she adds, I'm incredibly heartbroken on how long it's taken for my community to receive their orders. Even though it was completely out of my hands, I still believe it's my responsibility to make sure your money, patience, and trust isn't wasted, and let you know that I will personally see through all of your merch being delivered in a timely manner from here on out. And she tweeted 12 days later, God needs to pick someone else to make his stronger soldier. Estoy casando, jefe. And today, she just released this announcement, so we'll read this in a second. So the manager used her to boost his company. Wow, low hit. Oh, it gets worse. It gets actually worse here. Yeah, I saw that matches burn, thank you. People in power abusing it. This is more This is worse. This is an abuse of trust. Like, so this manager was actually... I looked into the whole social media thing because I thought that she must have a really good relationship with that manager to let that manager handle her stream for her, right? Not her stream, her Twitter for her. And in some of the exchange that I found, Bao was pretty much saying that the manager gradually stopped handling her socials at all, so she regained her social media access and started being more active on it, but still trying to keep away from it as much as she can. But at first she was like saying good things about the manager. The other manager was like protecting her from the people on Twitter that were being mean to her. But in a huge plot twist, manager was also scamming her. And it sucks because now Bao has lost over $16,000. So in the span of like a year, because in 2023 she also lost a shit ton of money for that animation thing with James, that guy who we never heard of again. And now she's got to deal with another situation like this. She says, my previous merch company owes me approximately $16,000 after production costs and fees. This is after fees and everything. She specifies it. She has not received any revenue from her sold merch since 2022. We're in 2024, guys. We're in 2024. It's been like a year and 3 months. The only option I have in order to make back what I am owed is to try and sell the remainder of my extra merch inventory. The owner has agreed to give me 100% profit of sales in order to at least break even and salvage what was originally supposed to be my revenue. That is why I wanted to let you, my community, know the reason why I'm re-releasing older variations of my merch. I am aware that this does not account for the loss of time, damaged trust within my community, cancelled orders due to the sheer amount of wait time my fans had to endure for their merch, attorney fees, and my mental health. Wait, so she also paid attorney fees for that? That sucks. I was consistently told I would receive my revenue after the merch orders were fulfilled, but that day never came as merch was continuously delayed, and to this day, many members of my community have yet to see their orders from over a year ago arrive. I gave the company countless chances to do right by my community because I could not fathom the true extent of the situation. I am extremely grateful that Vtuber has kindly volunteered to take over sales and shipment of the remainder of my inventory, otherwise I would be in an extremely dire financial situation. This statement was prepared with an attorney, and I just wanted to let my community know this is my current situation. I genuinely thank each and every one of you for your continued support, and I am deeply sorry that I once again must ask my community to be patient. Poor Bao, man. She can't catch a break. She can't catch a break. I don't know why this keeps happening to her. She's just so nice. And I think sometimes people just make you stall. And I think there was also the trust that she had with her manager playing a part there. And it seems like, you know, she says there that she couldn't fathom the true extent of the situation. So she probably didn't realize it was going to be that bad. I might chip in. What do you want to add? Between you as a VTuber and LM as a lawyer, you guys need to prepare like a tutorial video what to do to not get scammed and use left, right, and front, back. You need to not be shy when you're negotiating stuff, and you need to be clear with your expectations and what you want, and you want transparency. But the thing is, it's easy for me to say that because I'm still in a position where I can keep an eye on everything, but Bao's like much bigger, so there are some parts of her production that she probably wants a third party to take care of, and then it's completely offhand. So that's the fall off of having, you know, maybe somebody handle one part of your distribution, is that you don't oversee everything that's happening. By the way, guys, lots of newcomers here. If you aren't subbed already, press that sub button. We are trying to get to 40,000 subscribers, and I will get my merch drop. Talking about merch, not with this company though, at 50,000 subscribers, so we're very close. Yeah, and the thing is, when you're negotiating, you have to be ready to walk away. You just need to... That's the thing though, when you're working with internet people, a lot of these companies, a lot of agencies now, they only communicate through Discord. You never get to talk on the phone. You never get to pick up a phone and, you know, hear somebody's voice, or you don't go to like whatever, not the factory, but the warehouse where everything's going on. So you can't see what's actually going on. So people can hide a lot of things from you, and the communications are harder. Zypher Warrior, welcome to the Q Squad. Oh, I'll have long sleeve shirts for sure. I think there's gonna be hoodies, t-shirts, stuff like that. She has several VTuber friends who are indie. I don't know why she doesn't just ask them about which company deals with their merch to find a decent company to do it. Well, this was probably brokered by her manager who owns the company, so maybe they offered her a better deal. Maybe they offered her more creative control. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't look into the company, so I don't know what was special about them. But they must have promised her something, so she would go with them. There has to be something alluring. But yeah, like most places like Uhu Market and all of that, they'll handle everything for you, right? So, but the pay cut is usually like, you don't get as much as if you would handle the process from A to Z. If you're the person putting up the upfront money, doing the back and forth with the factory, then sending the clothes to the warehouse, then having the horse. You guys are playing in my head. The clothes shipped out, and all of that, and hiring the people to do it. You need to put a bigger initial deposit, and you need to work more for it, but you're getting like way more profit. So all of the merch companies that VTubers usually deal with, like Uhu Market, like Otakuban, like they have great revenue split. There's also a bunch of other ones that do it, but some of them don't have that great of a revenue split either. Does the merch line include horse saddles? Everybody's saying that. Literally everybody's saying that. Well, Bao didn't get much pay cut, did she? Yeah, no, she didn't get much at all. I don't know how long we're gonna stay with legal mindset, because I have a brunch tomorrow with my best friend that was like, where the fuck have you been? Because I've only been writing scripts and streaming like a mad lad in the past like 2 months. Zypher Warrior with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Thank you. Horseshoe keychain with your logo on it. That's a good idea. I like that one. And this is a new Vtuber agencies with more green flags than red flags. At least, but just to point out that this agency, when it was first announced, they kind of got memed on because they're like an adult agency. They're gonna do those spicy content. Basically, they're Vtubers. And basically, they're saying that a lot of people are saying good things about them. The CEO is apparently very knowledgeable about the industry and the community, and they know what they're doing. I don't know exactly who it is. If people want to send me more information, feel free to go for it on my Discord channel. We are Valer, a new agency with a focus on the spicier side of content creation. We hope you follow along our journey as we begin to prepare for auditions. And they are opening auditions in 3 days. So if your dream is to become a Vtuber, this is your chance, guys. Go apply. There is a market for this. So I think this is smart. Like, there's nothing wrong with Vtubing. I don't fucking care. I wouldn't necessarily do it, but like it's nothing wrong. I see it like just any other kind of streaming. And they have pretty good revenue split. So this is one of the best revenue split I've seen so far. 80% to the talent and 20% to the agency. And they get 100% of the merch sales to talent thanks to partnership with Market. So Market must also get a cut off of that, right? Because yeah, but they're gonna stream on YouTube, Patreon, and other stuff. But the loot stuff is gonna be paywalled on Patreon. So I'm wondering if the agency also is gonna grab a cut of Patreon. Alexa, play The Internet is for Prawn. Alexa, thank you, Jordan, for the super. Oh, you guys think this is way too good to be true? I mean, I guess we'll see. I looked at their website a little bit, and this is like whatever they're asking. We are looking for a minimum of 3 streams a week and 4 lewd audios produced per month. We have a dedicated team of scriptwriters and editors, as well as the option for a lead example, so please do not be worried if you feel you are inexperienced when it comes to audio production. We are equipped to train you up in this field. This is cool. Like, if I had joined an agency, I'd be down like for them to train me to do like voice packs. Not the lewd ones necessarily, but you know. The contract is 1 year in length from debut date, and Valer holds exclusive streaming from the talent during this time. Oh, so you can't stream on your PL. There is no stream exclusivity beyond the duration of the contract. Wait. Doesn't that contradict the previous sentence? I'm confused. Maybe it's just agency-wise then. Yeah, this is only from women livers. The 80-20% split increases if the talent renews their contract beyond the 1 year mark. So it scales with... This is good, actually. I haven't seen other agencies have this format. So you know how when you start off with an agency, maybe you're a nobody, right? Then you go up with the agency. After 1 year, I don't know, maybe you reach 100k subscribers or 500k subscribers. Then you're like, I'm big enough now. Why do I need you guys again? And then maybe you leave, but this is incentivizing them to renew because your revenue split gets bigger and bigger as you grow. This is Valer. It's an adult agency. I don't know how they're gonna make money without making money from the merch. I assume their plan is to make money off the Patreons. During the debut preparation period, April 1st to May 31st, selected talents can work on their previous lives, but will not be granted the sign-on bonus until their pre-debut work is complete. And if any lewd or sexual content makes you uncomfortable, we are not an agency for you. Typical performance review moment? Yeah, but it doesn't happen in agencies usually. Like, do you think Nijisanji lets them negotiate their rates? I mean, maybe Vox, but that's it. This is a Q&A that I found from their website. They have a website, so... I mean, okay, like, the bar is very low if we're, like, excited that they have a website, but I'm excited they have a website, okay? Lorelei with the super. Valer CEO is Ian's project talent from Gen 1. Oh. Who had a really messy termination. I want to be hopeful that they will be successful, but I'll admit I'm worried. Oh, really? Wait, I didn't know about this. I didn't know about this. Okay, this changes the way I see them. I'll have to look into this. Thank you. This was very informative. Do they get to keep their models after the contract ends? Nope, they keep their IPs. What platforms are you streaming on? Talents for VLR will primarily host their content on YouTube, abiding by their term of services. So no lewd content on YouTube. All other exclusive premium content produced, hosted on Patreon. So this is their plan, is to tap into the Patreon stuff. Do I have to have streaming experience before I apply? They say yes. But you don't necessarily need to have a big platform. Is it really an 80-20 split? Yes, the majority of the revenue will be funds made from YouTube, stream elements, and Patreon, with an 80-20 split in favor of the talent. Sales of merchandise made through Uwu Market will go 100% to the talent, and any other branding or partnership deals in the future will be negotiated with the talent on a case-by-case basis. I don't know if I like the part where it's case-by-case basis, because what does it mean? So one sponsorship deal, they get like 50%, another one they get 20. What do you, there's no like, it's not streamlined. Can I join with my existing design? This is to answer one of your question, chat. Due to the IP and copyright issues, we cannot accept, admit designs and sanctioned by our company to be hosted as a talent. So they plan to go the full, you know, Hololive Nijisanji route with the IPs. I am male. Can I apply? The interest of VLR at this moment is that of hosting content creation surrounding female-only talent. What counts as provide evidence you have produced, engaged in, or sold lewd content in the past? Examples such, but are not limited to, drawing commissions, 18+ artwork, voice acting for 18+ work, and a history of providing related lewd service are all accepted as the experience our company is seeking in our applicants. What if you're an OnlyFans girl? Does that count? Like, does it have to be something virtual? This is to ensure that the applicants are comfortable and familiar with the content we wish to create. I don't know how it's going to work economically, but like I said, I think they intend to paywall most of their content on Patreon, and they'll probably have a 20% cut off of that. So, like, Patreon can go up pretty fast because you're not, you know, YouTube memberships and all that. They take a huge cut off of it, and Apple takes a cut off of it, and the memberships are usually pretty low. But on Patreon, there's different tiers. And you can get pretty high in the tiers if you're offering exclusive content on there, especially if it's lewd content, because people are already used to paying for porn. Like, I mean, a lot of people just watch free prawn, right? But I'm sure some people pay for some, and they're okay with swiping. So this is their team. They actually like have employees. Like, this is legit. Tomahawk with the super. So if the company gets 20% of just donation, where's the company's growth? Patreon, AdSense, and donations. Yeah, I don't know, because they don't get the merch, and the merch is the biggest, usually the biggest driver. So they got an investor / advisor. Okay, I don't know if this is a legit role, but we'll see. Maybe it's just like they invest in the company, so they gotta say. Bytes, who is a graphic designer / editor, Ghoul, concept artist. So a lot of those companies, they hire artists in-house because there's so much commissions to be made. It's just cheaper to have an artist like that you pay hourly than to hire a freelancer, and the freelancers are usually priced a lot higher. So kind of smart. Nijisanji also has like their own team of artists. They got quite a few of them. There's Bubblegum, who's a part-time clipper. There's Rad, who's an audio editor. Koso, who's an audio editor. Shafa is another artist. And then maybe you, question mark. Yeah, they're hentai Vtubers, yes. Do I have a reference sheet of my model? I don't have a ref sheet, but I have like the front. But I can't find it. I'd have to look for it again, because a lot of people have been asking me for it. If you ask in my Discord, somebody will send you like the character full length. It's not the worst business structure, guys, I swear. They were seeking a couple jobs like full-time clipper and all of that. So, you know, at least they're paying people for the clips. They're not just relying on fans to do it for them. And these are some potential questions asked to Valer. I am an artist and would like to pay well-loot artworks based on your talents, such as via Patreon. Is that okay? Yes, we're flattered you enjoy our talents design enough to do so. I really want your talent to use my art for a thumbnail and tell them to use like the right hashtag. And this is to end the streams for the cloppers, because we're going to clop soon. Their Patreons are gonna be so pirated, for real, for real. Yeah, I guess they can do that, but at least Patreon charges you right away. So even if you cancel right away, you still get charged for the month. People do that on Patreon anyway with any kind of content, so you just gotta make sure that the content you're putting out there you're okay with it being pirated, I guess. So to give you guys some context, the other time we raided Roka, who is, by the way, like, I lurk in her chat a lot, actually. I just never say anything, but I really like her. And
Club, get raided.
why does it sound hot when she says it? Like, it's making me like the champ more. But anyway, thank you, Cloppers. Try not to embarrass me so much next time. This is like the first impression that she gets of me. So, I don't know. I don't know if it was a good impression. I don't think so. She called us bronies. Gia, thank you for the... Welcome to the cute squad. So now I'm gonna raid Legal Mindset. Is he on right now? Crap, he's not on. My bad. Clop, clop. Well, I can raid the waiting room, right? Because I'm pretty much done. Let's listen to this one more time and end all that, okay?
Club, get raided.
It's actually so good. So off you go. Go clop away. Love you guys, and see you in the Legal Mindset stream in 10 minutes. I'm gonna use this time to go to the bathroom and get ready and stuff. Bye bye. Keep on clopping.